welcome back for the next volume 37 of the Battleship Yamato. We were working on the hull, on the upper part of the hull, the deck I should say, and now it looks like we're working on the lower part, and it looks like we're going to be putting anchors, the rocket anchors on the front based on this here. Let me see if I can bring it down in here a little bit here. A little bit better. I apologize for the glare. I have not figured out how to really get that to go away. But here is all the instructions here. Looks like we're going to be putting the lights in and putting that together. And we're going to be... are we going to be checking these? No, we're not going to be checking any of this. Okay. So... oh, well, maybe we are. Yes, we will be checking the lower part. Yes, we will be checking the lower part. They want us to unhook it from here. They want us to check it. So it looks like we're going to be looking at the cannons and the up and down of this. And you know, when they did this before with the Bismarck, this worked, but this didn't. And this is the same setup as that kind of, and I kind of wonder if they used the same thing when they made both these models. But looks like we got the lights and their nav lights, and looks like our gun turrets and our red lights there that we're going to have. And this is the mobility unit that they use, that they pilot and sit inside, kind of like a like on Robotech kind of sort of thing, if you're familiar with that. And this is showing the specs, and it shows where the pilot sits into here in that. And this is the head where they look out here from this this part of the battle robot. And looks like we're going to be doing some more of the hull later on in that, which is farther back, like right back in here. So I guess let's get started with the build. And so here is the pack, or volume 37. Looks like we got a few parts in this one. Looks like it's going to be kind of an extensive thing from what we saw in the instruction book. So let's get these out and let's get to it. Alright, so we've got a couple cables here, a couple screws here. We've got our one thing, which is another control board, which has got lights in it here. And we've got our standard stickers. And then we've got a couple of, looks like little pins and a couple of things that looks like we're going to be making the anchors that go on, our anchor rockets that go on this side, and these are little pins in here, and I decided to leave these in here for the moment till I get ready to start building this part. But because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move this all up to the side here, because we're going to need to have this piece here, and we're going to bring back up our lower hull, because I think we're going to be mating these two together really. So we've got this, and so what they want us to do, we tested these lights in the last one, and they want us to take and, let me look here real quick. Let me get my things out here and look. They would like us to unhook that, but I think, if I recall from the instructions, that they want us to, okay. I see what they want to do now. I got it. I think I've got this figured out here. Let me look at this one more time here, just to make sure that they did take and say to do that. So that's going in there, and that's going to go in there, and that's going to get hooked into there. Okay. And then that's going to get put on there. And that's going to get down there. And they're asking us to hook this into the front of that. Okay. Alright. Yep. So they want us to unhook this part here. Basically. They want us to unhook that there. Because we're gonna use this again. Because we're going to test some more stuff out here. But they want us to take and mount this. Is going to be mounted right here on this little piece here, just like this. That's what they're going to have us do. So let's get that done. Oops. I'll take one of these screws here that they give us. They want us to do this here, which, you know, no, I'm gonna do it that way. Okay, I'll stick with the plan that they got here. So we're gonna take this here and we're gonna fiddle with it like normal. We're gonna fiddle with this like normal. Okay, let's get this in here, in the base, like so, and get that hooked up. She wants, my hand is almost caught in there. I'm trying to get this on the pin. I had it on there, and then I decided I was gonna do something different, and then it came off again. There we go. There we go. Alright. Quick. Get her tied down before she runs away. Okay. Alright. Well, there we go. We got that. Okay. That's where we got that. Okay. So that's that. And now they want us to take and they want us, oops. They want us to they want us to set that wire. Well, first of all, they want us to put the B2. They want us to take this here, and they want us to take and hook this, our standard sticker thing. These are kind of helpful too. I've seen some of these things where the stuff is labeled and you have labels that don't match up with what they're supposed to be labeled to. And it's really frustrating sometimes. But this one here, we're going to take that and we're going to hook it on. I'll pull my leather light back over here a little bit so I can see. 2 is right down here. So we're going to hook this on there like so. Here. Like that. And now we're going to bring it over here. We're going to bring it over here and we're going to put it and hook it to this one here. So we're going to bring that over here and hook that down into there. So that hooks up to that. Like so. Okay. And now they're asking us, once we got that done, they want us to put that one into there and that one into there. Okay. So now they want us to take this one here, this light here, this one's here, and they want us to put that one into this front hole. So we're gonna fiddle with this to try to get this into this here. Problem is we got fat fingers and not much to work with here to get this in there. So we've gotta kind of flex this into there and kind of bend it slightly, like, come on, get in there. Of course, a lot of it's by feel if you can get it in there. So once we get it started, there we go. There we go. Now we got it started. Press down in there. Okay, so that's in there. And then we're going to take this one here. Just got this wire here. I don't know why it's like that. And they're going to go into this one here. So we're going to bend this over like this. I don't know why I don't have a lot more on there, but that's what they want us to do. Could have had a little extra. I kind of think that we could have had a little extra. We didn't need to tension them off that tight. But there we go. That's in there like that. And next, we've got that done. Set that down for a second. Now they want us to bring this over, and we want us to take and add these to this one. Now I don't know what other things we've got that's going to hook up down here on this, or how everything's going to be hooked up eventually, but there looks like there's some more things that's going to be hooked to these as we go along, because not everything's filled out yet, and I'm sure they're all going to be powered eventually through some cables here. That's going to daisy chain these together. So what we're doing here is we're going to add that there, and we're going to put that into, alright, so this cable here that we just made up is going to go into this long one right here by my finger. Right there. That's going to go down into here, like so. Come on. She's a... There we go. There we go. That's obviously our power cable. It's going to hook from here, and I'm sure it's going to hook up to this top piece eventually. That's probably what's going to happen. So now that we've got that done, they want us to take and put that off to the side. And now we're going to bring these over here. Let's see if we can get this opened up here without spilling them all. And I think my foot just went to sleep. I can't feel my right foot is falling asleep. It wants to sing. I can't feel a thing. I don't feel a thing. Don't feel a thing. And let's see here. I'm trying to open this up without spilling everything. which is almost near impossible to do sometimes with these clamshells. Alright, come on. There we go. Got to get one end here. Oh! Do you have a piece flat? No, I guess not. I saw something go flying to get these little guys out here. Are these a snap-in? Let's see here. We've got this. Oh, it looks like this is a snap-in thing. So we're going to take this here. Oops. And we're going to do this times 2. That's got to go into here. They're asking us to put that in. Come on. There we go. There we go. They want us to put it in. So that's like that. Alright, we'll do that one. And we'll do this one here. We'll get this put together here. Like so. And now, here's where we gotta use these little tiny ass pieces here. I apologize for my dog if he's scratching over there. He's having his little itch system that he just I deal with all the time. It's time to give him another bath again. So without dropping these little 4 tiny little things. I mean, these are tiny. These are super tiny. I dealt with tiny, but not, I don't think I've dealt with that tiny. I mean, look at that. See that? Tiny. So what we're doing here is we're going to bring one of these over. And these are plastic, just so you know. And they're wanting us to take this. We're going to put that in there like that. And we're going to take one of these tiny things here. Tiny one of these here. Slide this over here just a little bit. Oops. This is going to be fun. Put that there. You know what? Let me see if I can find something here real quick. Let me find something here real quick. This ought to help. All right. So I decided to try using something here. I got my Omni Fixo and that. These are really good. They're made to take and like hold things and all over the place. And that if you ever get one, they got a ball bearing and that they're magnetic here, so you can put them in there. You can flip this up, you can flip it down, and that it's basically like you could take these things and you can take and put wires together and hold them like that and solder with them. That's what most people do it. I watched a guy actually doing his rigging for his ship. One of the friends of mine, that's what he does in that. So I'm going to use them for this because I can hold that like that and manipulate this. See that tiny little thing on there? See that tiny little, you know, and I can hold that piece and move this piece around till I get it in that hole that's in there, hopefully. As soon as I can get it, let's see, there's that. Okay. So we're going to take this here and this here. Come on, sit there still. kind of manipulate it a little bit better here. Oops. Well, that's not supposed to go in my finger. Look at that, it got stuck in my finger. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, come on. Come on here now. Come on here now. See, does that go through there? No, it doesn't really actually go through that. And we're actually tight on there. Okay, so we are. I assume that I am like a, yeah, this is right. Okay, it is right. It is right. Okay. Oops. As long as it goes that way and not the other way, we'll be fine. I don't think this has got a directional to it, because that goes in that hole pretty good. Oops. Now I did drop it. And these metal are not magnetic because they aren't sticking to that like the don't stick to that there. So let's see here if I can get this in there. Now one end of these I've got are kind of notched so that they actually do stay in once they're put in. But it is not going through. It's going into the hole here, but it's not going into that hole on this piece. And I'm trying to find that hole on that piece. Why are you not having it? But at least this is helping me. I can kind of move it around without moving the other piece and have to try to figure out where that is at. And that's in there. It just does not want to go through that. I think it's right there. Okay. I think I've got it started in the hole of that piece. If I can just kind of press it in there. Nope. Nope. Pick that out again. This is going to take a little bit of time. I may end up doing this a little bit off camera, just because it's going to take me 50 million years to take and try to get this stinker lined up. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe? Did we have it? Oh, no, we didn't have it in there. It goes in that one, but it doesn't go through that other. It's like it's right. Oh, there we go. All of a sudden, she just kind of pooped in there. So, I'll take that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get them in there. I'm going to get it in there at least. And then I'm going to take it out of there and set it on here. And then I'm going to press those with a pliers if I can. So there's that. There's this one here. I use a needle nose pliers to try to push them through the rest of the way so that it locks in that. So now, thank God we only got to do about 2 of these. I might use this if I have to do more Cosmo fighters, ships or something. But yeah. Get that in there. Still recording? Okay, good. Got to make sure I'm recording. I started looking at this and that, and all of a sudden my SD card's full, and I was like, hey! And I won't know it Oh, woo. Like I said, this is where these pliers or these tweezers come in real handy for something real small and delicate like this. That. And I'm sorry you can't quite see what I'm doing here. Trying to keep it on camera here. Sit. Stay. Sit. You stay. You go here. You go there. You get in your hole. I think I pretty well. Let's see here. Go in. Did it go in? It's a very small hole to try to manipulate into. I've done pins like this before, but not, I don't think, on this scale. This is tiny, 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 tiny. Very tiny, very tiny. We're trying to guess that hole of where it is. Let me see if I can get that done there. Come on. Come on. Sometimes you just gotta talk to it. It's like, come on, you can get in there. You can do it. It's right there. It's all right there. You're right there. Oops. It gets caught on my finger, and then all of a sudden my finger pulls it out because I press on it enough to make it go into my finger. I mean, it's right there. It's right there someplace. Just needs a little bit of a push. Thing is, if you could see me, trying to hold this piece and this piece and trying to put that in there, and it's just like, yeah, no. I kind of swear it's like right there. Like it's right there. It just needs a little bit of a bump. Nope, that's not it. You're like, okay, here, you put this together. All right. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to pause this here, and then I'll come back and that when I get this figured out. Okay, so I got that there. All right. I had to switch things too also, and so we're right here. I had to add all that stuff there. Okay, so we've got this here done, and that, and maybe I don't know, maybe my camera was messing with it. I don't know if it's, maybe it's better, it's worse. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, I finally got those pins in right there on both sides. So those open up like that. Like that. If I wanted to. Or close them up. So there's that. And then our next part to do is, which I think that took me about a half an hour to do that. Next part is to take and put these hooks in here. So now we've got to put these in on this part here. And they want us to use these longer pins to do that. Bring this around here and use this little tray here to keep them from everything from rolling or running around. At least they're right there. There we go. Keep that there. That's this side there. Okay. All right. Hopefully I didn't lose anything else in that too. Let me see where we gotta go here. Well, let's see. Which direction do they want us to put these in? They want us to put in, okay, so they want us to put these in like this, with this piece up. So we're going to put that in there, like so, and we're going to get one of these longer pins, and that's going to go down through there, like so, whoops. It likes my fingers more than it likes to go through the holes. Almost like a needle almost. Alright. We're going to take this and see if we can push it down through there. There we go. And then we're going to put another one in here on this side. This, and we'll take this and push it right on down through there. She went right through, and we'll lock it into place with these here. Push it down in there like so, and there we got them. And those can be moved, manipulated back and forth also. So that's one completed rocket anchor. And let's see if we can do this one. Those went in a lot easier than the other things. I'm just saying that went in a heck of a lot easier. And that why I had a hard time trying to get them started and get them going. But once I got them in there, I got them in there. Tell you a funny story while I'm here trying to do this. I was trying to record something the other night, and I was sitting here and I was recording away on a not on this model, but on a wood kit that I was working on, and I think I started to doze off. I'm sitting there like this, and I'm just like, and I go quiet. And then my hands are like this, and then all of a sudden I wake up, and I'm like, blah, blah. And I think I was saying some really strange stuff. So I gotta go when I go through my content on my card there and get it offloaded and see. I probably sound like an idiot in there. Okay, so we got that through there. Alright, so we got to get through the second one here. Oh gosh, that went in there so perfect. Why were those so hard to, the other parts hard to do? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyhow. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna check some electrics. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get this here. I believe I've got my parts here. Let's see here. Yep, here's the stands. Move this off to this side here. We don't need this here. And I feel safer when it's not on these stands and that where I'm putting it, because it could be kind of dangerous. These are just kind of temporary stand kind of things. So we're gonna bring this up here. Bring this and set it in here. What they really need is something, you know, a little bit better to go in there. And this one spot just doesn't seem to want to sit right on there. But it is what it is. I mean, it looks okay, except there's a few spots like right here and right here where it kind of doesn't quite match up. But where are we at here? Okay, we're gonna bring this up here. Now we're gonna bring this part up here, like so. And they want us to plug. Make sure this is off. Yep, this is off. They want us to plug this into this here, temporary, like so. I want to, hang on a second, let me see if I have to put this in there. No. No, they have not asked us to do that, okay. I was just seeing if they were asking us to take that one there and plug it into this one here. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get this in here, like so. Alright, so now they're asking us to take this here, and I'm almost apt to want to say that I want to plug that in there, but I'm not, because it doesn't tell us in the manual to plug that in there at all. It just says to plug that into there, and yeah, I don't see it plugged into that. Okay, so we're gonna put these, but they want us to put this down through here, which is kind of strange. They want us to put these down through, basically what they want us to do is they want us to take this here and set this on here like so, and they want us to take these chains, and they want us to kind of set them down through these holes here, which is rather not easy to do. Put this one down through there. Where's that one there? They are fairly long. So we're gonna feed the, okay, wait a minute here now, come on. We're gonna feed this one down through this hole here in the front here. I know you can't see what I'm doing here because I'm off camera. I could kind of, let me see if I can go back up here. There we go. So now you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Dropping that down through there, like that. Let's see if I got that one in there. Yeah, we got that one in there. Yes. Okay. So we got that one down through there. Because it's gonna go in these slots right here. Right there, you can kind of see it right there. And the one on this side is going to go through there too. So we're going to get this one over here. And let's see here. Ooh. Oh yeah, there we go. Drop that down through there. And we're going to bring this up here. like so, like so, like so. Come on down to there, there we go. And we're gonna get this kind of pushed down into here. Gotta watch this wire right here. It's on the side here. Looks like this is gonna be like a kind of a slide in kind of a fit here. As we push this down. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. There we go. Get that put down in there. Kind of like that, because we're going to have to take that out. And now they want us to take and put the anchors on here. Are they telling us to put them on? It's telling us to put them on. Or it's saying to put them on. Yes, okay, it's saying to put them on. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Yes. Okay. So we're going to take these little tiny C clamps, and we're going to put that into the last hole on this anchor chain here. On this tiny anchor chain. Which can be kind of like those, kind of like the pieces that we're working with here. Once we get it on there, we should be able to mash this onto that. All right, come on. She's not cooperating. It's going to be one of those packs that just does not cooperate with you when you really want it to cooperate. And it's like, nope, I'm not cooperating. There, yeah, there we go. Back that up a little bit. So let's see. Yep. Gun's still working there? Yeah. I just can't get enough playing with this here. Forget that one. And there's our lights all the way from up here. That one's there, so those are all working, plus these ones here, which is good. And then this one here is supposed to be these flashy lights, and I thought that they were supposed to, this is supposed to go up and down, but I don't see this one going up and down, so I'm not sure what is going on with that. I might have to look into this here. I'm kind of wondering if this here hasn't gotten messed up with our electrical. That still works there, but I'm thinking this here is supposed to have, where these are flashing, it's telling me that this is supposed to be also turning these in and out, and there's nothing. So I'm kind of worried that the wiring either might be borked on this here. Let me bring it down here. So the wiring here has been kind of pulled a little bit here, because that wire is just barely on there, and I'm just kind of worried that I guess I gotta get my thing out there and look at this, because that one's there. Maybe, wait a minute, let me see here. Maybe this isn't pushed in all the way. That could be my other problem. This isn't pushed in all the way. There we go. Now let's see if something happens here. No. I'm kind of worried that this black, I mean, it looks like it's connected still, but it looks like this black one is not, it's not connected or something. I'm not thrilled about these fine wires and stuff on here. But I'm kind of thinking that it's not. Well, we're not going to worry about that. At least we know that those are all, everything is still working there. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I'm going to unhook these cannons here in the front. I think I'm going to unhook these, not cannons, I should say these rocket things here. I'm going to unhook these. The one did come off already, so I think until I get the thing completed that I'm going to leave that like that, because I don't know if I can, you know, if I'm going to be adding on to this hull here. I don't know, I don't think I want to have that just sitting on there and such, and so I'm kind of apt to not want to have it together. You know, I can still take this off from here because I can't if I have these hooked on, I can't take it apart. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So anyways, that is this volume complete. Hope you enjoyed this one. This one was a little bit fiddly. It took a little bit to get those one things made for these little rocket anchors here. But that's, oh, well, there we go. That one's off too. They fell off, so I guess I can take that apart. Hey, so for right now, and plus I think I got to get down in here because there's still some things that's got to be plugged in and that. So, and it'll work better. It'll make it a lot safer. I don't have this thing tipping over and dropping or whatever. This is one piece and this is one piece. So we will talk to you later. Bye for now. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And remember, mental note, like and subscribe to be updated to all my content. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.